Hello, in this tutorial we're going to walk you through a Dicom send and receive from X-ray software. Now, this will be from start to finish. Just please note that we don't support your X-ray software. There's hundreds of different kinds, so you're going to probably have to work with your X-ray vendor. And we're assuming, if you're watching this video, it's already set up with your IP address, AE, and title. If it's not set up, you'll have to see those tutorials and work with our team along with your X-ray vendor to get that set up. Assuming that's all set up, you're going to see this Dicom button right here. Notice it says 0 studies. Okay, so currently this is my Windows computer and I'm on another computer with my PACS. So this is my PACS software system. And the way it's set up in each office might be set up differently. A lot of offices have their Posture computer on in their network. Whenever they're taking x-rays, their x-ray vendor set up that it will send to Posture when x-rays are taken. This is set up to send manually. And again, I'm using different software than what you are using. In this system, I just highlight what I want to send, which is going to be this patient, which is my mother. And what we're going to do is we're going to hit send. And this is the way our PACS software that I have on my computer works. Yours is obviously going to be different unless you're using Osiris on a Mac. But I have this set up. I'm going to choose where to send it, which is my computer. And that's my IP address of my computer. And I'm going to hit send. And in this software, you can see that it showed the activity that was being sent. Now let's go ahead and check over on the Windows computer. And notice it shows that there's a flag here that there's one study waiting. I'm going to go ahead and click on that button. And notice it is the case that I just said. So what I'm going to do is basically just click on this one time, highlight everything. And then what I'm going to do is going to click load. Okay. And it's going to identify patient information, the birth date, everything like that. If they're not existing in your database, all you got to do is hit add. And it's going to add that person in. Now, if your X-ray software is already set up with the correct headers, and this is X-ray dependent, so after the first series, Posture will learn your X-rays. Notice that it already had this routed that it's a neutral AP. And then you have all the filters that you could look through if I wanted to, take a look to see a different contrast on this one. We'll just keep it on G. So I have that one loaded. And then this one, notice that it didn't select an AP open mouth neutral. I'll just go ahead and do that one. Let me actually go backwards here. Make sure that that was an AP cervical. There we go. There we go. Now it'll be routed next time. Lateral cervical neutral. Now, this is dependent. Notice how it's seeing the difference between flexion and extension. It's because the X-ray software was set up to differentiate the X-rays and label them correctly. If yours is not set up to do that, you're going to have to choose each one as it comes in. And that's not a Posture issue. That's a X-ray vendor. You'll have to talk with your X-ray vendor and see if your X-ray software is even capable of doing that. Not sure. But notice, and some of these are dark, so, I will try and clean those up as well. Notice how it already highlighted, because I've imported neutrals before. Now, when they come in dark, you can still look at these filters. Maybe if I hit B, and let's see what it looks like. I can go through the different filters and see if that lightens it up any. That one's a little bit better. Yeah. I'm going to pull it in as this one. And then let's see if that makes it a little clearer. That's not. I'll keep it darker on this one. I can always lighten it up. I'm just basically going through the steps to show you. Okay. So on this one, just to make sure this was a lateral thoracic, let's select that one. And previously, that was a lumbar. Okay. And I'm not sure if the doctor did an AP thoracic on this person, on my mom. I believe they did it in another data service. So that's all that we have in this series, which is 7 films. So let's go ahead and click OK. And this is what you're used to. Let's go ahead and crop down the images the way that you want to see them. Okay. And finalize this. And you can teach staff members to do this as well. Now, on flexion extension, try to make them about the same size. So that way in the reports, they look about the same size. So notice what I did for the square there. I'm kind of making it look like an 8 by 10. So kind of do the same thing on when you do this, okay? So I'm going to kind of make it look like an 8 by 10. So it's about the same size. AP cervical, bring this down. And all the time I'm making sure that it's facing the correct the direction as well too. So your staff can learn how to do this part. Again, just like in any of the tutorials. And I'm not going to digitize everything for you, but I just want to show you, if you're new, how to do a couple things. Okay, so at this point you can always hit save and then come back to the study later on. So like if I came back in and I wanted to come back later, go back to the main menu, view evaluation, I could pull up her case since it's been finalized, and I can go ahead and pick up where I left off. Okay, just always know that you have that. One of the things also I want to show you is that you can clean up the images using the contrast filters. So in our trainings, we walk you through that. We have training videos on that as well too. I'm just going to go ahead and do that right there, because notice how much better that cleans up, and especially like on the lateral thoracic. Let's do this one. I can come in here if I want to use the actual histogram tool, and again, I have a dedicated video on this. I could go ahead and make it, brighter if I wanted to, and so that way I can see what I need to see. If you need to return it back, you can. I just wanted to remind you guys that these filters and the contrast tools are available for you, so you can always fix any images with the x-rays that are sent over. Okay, you may have to do that with your x-rays. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started on just a lateral cervical. So we have training videos specific on this in detail. I'm just going to go through real quick on this one. I will blow this up a little bit more so you can see it in the training video. Okay. And normally when I'm digitizing too, I'm just using a mouse here. And as you can see, you can be pretty proficient with a mouse pad. This was my mother. She was involved in a car crash, unfortunately. And as you can tell, she's elderly. Fortunately, she had a good neck curve going into it, even though she has thoracic hyperkyphosis. Okay. And I really can't see below that, so I'm going to uncheck T1. Okay. And that's how to send over x-rays start to finish. We have tutorials on all the rest of the views and everything else. So the purpose of this was to basically just walk you through how to send from a PACS software system over to PostureRay. Okay, it's as easy as that. So if you have any additional questions on any of this, just reach out to support@postureray.com. Thank you.